Happy Monday afternoon. We are coming live at this time. I was going to go live yesterday, and then we figured so many people are going to be in church, family functions, and they are not going to be able to see us. And I thought I'm just going to wait for a Monday afternoon, our time, Pacific time. We're in California. I was going to say Canada. We're in California. And of course, I am Fari Gonzaque, and this is Greg Gonzaque, my
Gonzaque, yeah.
hubby.
Hello,
And
ultimate family.
yeah, he's very uncomfortable. He doesn't like to do things live. And
Fari has a unique ability to. She's beautiful. She has a unique ability to take me out of my comfort zone every now and then. So
this is one of those
this is one of
moments.
those moments. Yeah, yeah.
Yes.
She's a talker and I'm a thinker. So she
I don't know
when
if
she
that's a good
walks when
thing.
she walks into a room, she's just bursts out. She's the life of the party, right? She is. When I walk into a room, I just assess. I'm that type. So, but anyway, here
Really
we are.
good answer. So,
Yeah.
uh,
At first.
we wanted to come here and share with ton of you who've been here for a while, and specifically the new members. Of course, I go every Tuesday morning and I go live and I welcome everyone to come in. But this was more than just welcoming, and I wanted it to be an encouragement for the new members and lots of the ones that they read the book and they said, "What's the big deal about the book?" Or why do you make a big deal out of the book? Or we can't resonate with the book, the Ultimate Coach book that has gotten us all to be together. And I always say, Amy Hardison, I love you. Now I'm going to go applaud for you for writing such an amazing book. Um, and Steve Hardison, we love and adore you. And the reason we are sitting next to each other today, it's because of this book.
Very big reason.
Yes. And
Yes.
specifically, I should say, chapter 35 is like that chapter 35, the chapter love, was the one that really woke me up, and it allowed me to see how wrong I was going and how much I was living in fear, how much my fear was making me having me as a slave into fear, and not understanding I was ruining my life, our lives together, again, based on my anger and frustration and the fear. And the one thing that saved us was the chapter 35 in the book of Ultimate Coach. The chapter 35 made me understand how much I'm focused on my own negativity, and I'm trying to look at it as though it's his, and I wanted to blame him, and I wanted to divorce this wonderful man who this guy is the backbone of my life. I love and adore this man. And chapter 35 really, and 36, these two chapters, um, opened my eyes for me. And that's what I wanted to encourage you guys, that really, when they say read the book about you, it's so much meaning into these just sentences, that it says, as the sentence that it says read the book about you, because no matter how much you want to read it about Steve Hardison, what do you get out of it? Nothing. And that's what I wanted my baby to come here to share with me, and to acknowledge Amy and Steve Hardison for the fabulous job that they've done. That we're all together in this. Is over 9,000 people are in here, and thank you, Eric Lapham, that you thought of having the Facebook, and the Facebook turned out to be this big and huge. and so much more that it has to offer. And when they asked me to help in the book reading, and I ran, and I am there so wholeheartedly because the book reading is so meaningful, and it's for free, and you come in there and you listen or you read or you talk or you share, and it makes you feel like you belong to somewhere, and somebody loves you and hears you when you come to the book reading. And I wanted my lovely
Really a
man to talk about it
safe
now.
place, isn't it? Well, yeah, you know, when you meet someone late in life, like we did.
Like we did.
What was I, 46? No, 64.
I was 61, he was
61.
64 when
Yeah.
we met, and that was 5 years ago.
Yeah. So there's an adjustment period. We all come with a certain amount of, I don't want to sound cliche, but we do come with some baggage and we have to get to
It's
know each
true.
other. Yeah. And it's important if you want something to work, you have to do the work, you know, and that's something that the book resonated with me. Not, it's what I got out of it was who do you need to be and come from a place of love, you know, no matter what you do, no matter what you say, if it comes from a place of love, it's accepted and it's understood that way. But if you come from a defensive uh, point of view, it just doesn't work.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so that's what we did. We did the work, and we're still doing the work. It's not something that just happens overnight.
No,
No,
no.
and
There's a consistency,
yes,
and
yes.
you've got to be with it. You've got to do the work.
Mhm.
Um, you have to know that when you read this book, it's not a book you say, I read it once, okay, I learned from it, and
Yeah.
then, okay, now it's going to go um, in the next book. This book, the more you read it, the more you want to go back to it and read it again.
Mhm.
The more, because now, not only it has made me realize how wrong I was about judging him, how wrong I was my whole life and being so judgmental of everybody and everything, how much I was operating from a place of anger and frustration, right?
Mm, yes, yes.
Yeah, you can
No
say
one's
that, baby.
perfect. Yeah, no one's perfect. I had my own issues as well. I was giving Fari my best. Oh, who's that?
Oh
Oh,
my
is that
God.
Olga? Hi, Olga.
Olga!
Oh
Hi,
my
I'm
Olga.
goodness,
so,
how are you guys doing? We are in a trouble.
uh,
I just,
we're
I just,
not in trouble.
Oh
How
no.
cute you here. No, Greg and I were talking about the book, and we're talking about the chapter 35, that how much chapter 35 has saved our marriage, basically, and how much we are loving. And the chapter 35, that it has brought me to my understanding of I've been living really based on anger and frustration and fear and more fear and more fear, and the ego was on my way, that I could not see the beauty and enormity of this incredible man in my life. And it has made me to become a better person for myself, a better wife. My goodness, my coaching is completely changed. I'm a better coach. I understand people better because I've learned to understand him. That's why I am so blessed when Steve Hardison called me a relationship coach, because it's amazing. Everything I do with him, it allows me to teach others and do that with them. And it's a
Yeah,
blessing to be in this space, like meeting people like yourself,
it's
Olga.
a
Like,
real
how on
sacred
earth we
space.
would have
Yeah.
been able to find each other. I am so pleasantly surprised to see you coming.
what I have never done it, but it just, was a special feed there.
Wow, what a
You know,
shock.
Yeah.
you know, I've never, you know, but yeah, I think what is just so beautiful about you guys is just kind of, I see that how you create yourself on daily base,
Every single
and
day.
it's
Yeah. Yeah.
just so beautiful. I mean, I love that concept, and you are really one of the greatest examples, of that. Just doing that, supporting each other, loving
Mhm.
each other. I think what,
Thank you,
Yeah.
Olga.
yes,
And that doesn't mean that there is no argument. That doesn't
oh,
mean there's no
absolutely,
disagreements. We had a disagreement last
of
night,
course,
Mhm.
but before I would be getting up and then slamming the door and just going away. But last night, when I got up and I went and I just started talking to myself, who do I need to be? to be the understanding wife? Who do I need to be? To be in a place of being able to hear what he says and what I say. And who do I need to be? To drop my guards and drop my rocks and want to hear it from my heart and not be up here in the brain. And this big, huge lesson of life.
So
And
how to yourself? How did you, what came, as,
the
the
book, the book, the book, all that book, but everything, the book of Ultimate Coach is like when I wanted to get mad and angry, I'm just looking at all these, who do you need to be? That it comes when Steve says, read this 2 pages and the last pages. I constantly, every aspect of my life, I keep on saying, who do I need to be in a perfect mindset while I am talking now? And I am not coming from where I used to be, the anger and the frustration that I was based. I come from a abusive house, a father that abused me. I was 17 years old. My father beat the shit out of me, slapped me maybe about 20 times, And then it was one of my brothers who was a total asshole. And I wanted to hate men because of my upbringing. And I went through zillions of men, and I was like not operating from a place of love. I was operating from a place of anger and the frustration. And they got divorced in England. And what did it do? Because it was based on anger, ego, frustration. But when I read the book, it has calmed me down. It has brought me in this place of whatever I want to say. It starts with, who do you need to be whatever that I need to be doing? Even if I am cooking, believe me, I'm always asking myself, whatever I do, when it comes to him, especially, that how and who do I need to be the caring, loving wife? I never, ever, ever used to even know that question exists. And thank you, Steve Hardison. I love you for putting those as a question in the book, that it saves us. And that's why when we all come and we all talk live about the book, it's not that I get paid with money, but I get paid by being with him, having him, to be a caring wife to him, to respect him, that when I get into difficulties and argument, I wouldn't be what I was throwing things and I was screaming out of my head of and all of that. And this amazing man was taking it only because maybe he saw something.
Yes, I saw.
Maybe he saw something else in me that I didn't know. It existed in me, And I thank you, baby, for putting up with me, because
thank
what
you.
would I do without him in my life?
I got the better deal.
No, you
Believe me.
didn't.
Yes, I did.
And it's really amazing that we can be sitting next to each other, being in love with each other, and celebrate each other no matter what we do in life, because of the book, because of the ultimate coach book, because of conversations that Steve has with us, because of the book reading, because of all these platforms that we have, and we all get together and we all are here because we want to have a better life. At the end of the day, we all want to have a better life, right? And the book, that's what I call it, a book of the Bible. I said it, Bible of being.
Being, yeah.
It's a daily Bible for me. It has made me realize how much better I could be in this moment. There's no point being sorry about what I didn't do in the past or I did do in the past, because past is past, is gone. It's this moment and perhaps tomorrow. But at this moment, I know I'm alive, I'm here. And what can I be in this moment? It matters. How can I make this man happy? By making myself happy first. Yeah. And it's so, so important to learn how much
I was
we
first
can do.
those questions, I really didn't know first how to answer them. And I was just being creative and playing with them because, like, who do I need to be just kind of a loving partner? Who do I need to be to treat my husband, kindly? And I really started just answering it in the beginning. I am love, and love is everything. And I think as probably simple as it might sound, it really, has helped me to really be from just, that conscious place of, being the loving kindness, being compassionate, being
Mhm.
myself, and being kind to just kind of, to my husband and to people around me. But it was really interesting in the beginning. I was like, this is such a complex question. How do I answer it? And when I was,
Mhm.
sitting with that, I was just like, I am love. And
Mm.
let's kind of see how that love can be expressed, today. That's
That's
what it's so
beautiful.
beautiful about love, right? That
Mhm.
love
Mhm.
expressed, in so many, different ways. Even if you kiss him at one spot, it can be every day different, And I
Yeah.
Absolutely.
that.
Absolutely. Yeah. And the best of it that I never knew, like when I was listening to Amy when she was talking somewhere, and also in the chapter 35, when Amy was talking about you forgiving yourself. And I said, what is that? How can you forgive yourself? I've learned to say you can forgive somebody else. And I really didn't even do that.
Mhm.
But when she talked about forgiveness, you forgive yourself. And I thought, oh, that is the onset of self love. That's the onset of self respect.
Mm,
And because of it, that I've learned to forgive myself. It was like this burden off my shoulder that I am not going to go like what I did all my life, bash myself. Why did you say that? You're a terrible woman. Why did you do that? And all of that. And it's all because of what I've learned from Amy Hardison
yeah.
in the
I
book.
don't know who said that, and I cannot quote who is that from the Ultimate Coach group, but I have heard something, and it was so, inspiring to me about the word forgive, that it has forgiving, that you are actually giving something to yourself,
Mhm.
sure,
Mm.
to, it's a
You
gift,
break it down.
100%.
right?
Yeah.
It's
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
a gift that you
Yes.
give yourself and others. And I never really was thinking about it as a gift,
Mhm.
never like forgiveness. And really, it does have the word giving, right, in it,
Yes.
you know.
Forgiving.
So,
Forgiven, yes, exactly.
Mhm.
And
Good.
absolutely very well said. And um
it's not my,
part of it, it comes that we're so afraid of people. What do they think of us? Oh no, because we come from that people pleaser. That oh no, we can't be showing too much love. No, we can't be being in love. What other people will think of us, and our lives is not based on us. It's based on what other people think of us. And that's when you learn that is coming based on fear again, then you just realize, oh my God, when you read the book and you find out about all of it, then you realize that you no longer have to be in that fear. You can kiss it and say goodbye to it because now you're coming from a place of power. Once I forgive myself, now I'm stepping into my power and I'm coming from a place of power, and I will love my husband powerfully, not fearfully. It
right.
doesn't matter what others say, that's on them. I cannot fix the world, but I can fix me. And I can fix my relationship with him because I am now forgiving me and I come step up powerfully to be the example of love to the one that I love and worship, and I call him my husband,
Well said.
you know, and that's so important. I would have never learned that if it wasn't because of the book of Ultimate Coach. And that's what I wanted to come and actually like appreciate the book and encourage all the new members, all the old ones, and say, listen, we are married today together, honest to goodness, because of the chapter 35 in the Ultimate Coach, because of the kindness and the generosity and the power that Amy Hardison is. This woman is a powerhouse and she's a bundle of love. And I want everyone to see that within themselves. I am finding this in me every single day, in every aspect of my life, with my friends, with my coworkers, with my clients, with my husband, with my neighbors, with people I play pickleball, with everybody. and I let go of anger and the frustration every single time that I can control it and I can think about it. Is it a quick fix? Never, never. But can it be done? 1000%. If I've gotten hold of it in this good old age of mine, everybody and anybody can do it. And our invitation, the reason in here that I'm pleasantly surprised to see you popping in. I never thought this was not planned. This was totally by accident. So it's just that we are here to appreciate Amy and Steve Hardison and the book and say, really read the book about yourself. Drop your guards and go open hearted toward this and see you can have the best relationship like we're having. We don't have I remember Jay Shetty one time says the worst thing you can do is to sit and watch a movie with your partner, with your husband. And I said, oh really? For what reason? I never ever watch TV. He can tell you, not even 2 minutes a day, not 2 minutes a week. But if I can get to sit and watch a movie, I want it to be with him alone because that's my time with him. That's our time together. That's our loving time. But that doesn't even happen once a month. So it's just that because I am so busy,
Mm.
But the beauty of it is that I can appreciate him in any form of fashion because I learned that from Amy Hardison. Because
I
Steve Hardison is teaching us so.
because you are speaking about the book. I just what I can share with everyone, like for me what has been powerful is the book and the community
Yes.
and meeting people who
Mm-hmm.
really help you a little bit better understand how to treat yourself, how to love yourself, because this is really incredible because we have over 7,500 members now, right? In
No,
the
9,000.
9,000.
9,200.
So, I mean, think about it. I know that not everybody is just kind of, present in the group, also, or 9,000 people. But this is what is so incredible about the book.
Mm-hmm.
That just kind of, it really binds people together.
Correct.
Then we have a conversation with people
Mm-hmm.
from the group who are conversing about who you are. And it's just so beautiful. I remember
Mm-hmm.
when I was completely new, to the group, I remember how absolutely amazing and powerful that was, for me when I would talk to people just like you or other people who have been there a little bit earlier than, and just they would share, who they are. Some of they share their document, who they are being, and some of them just kind of, talking about the journey, but the level of a conversation that you can create in this group, you will never ever leave a conversation not inspired. It's just
Absolutely.
that just kind of and that's what it's so beautiful, being in this group, to me personally, that just the elevation that you get just being, like you said, in a reading group. I mean, if you really go there with an
Mm-hmm.
open heart to really just kind of receive the blessing that just kind of the reading can come, and the sharing that people have
Mm-hmm.
during kind of the reading time. I mean, it's transformational. This is my second season that I've been participating, and it's just absolutely incredible to me. Just kind of, I'm blown away when I leave
Mm-hmm.
kind of the reading group. At the end, I feel uplifted. I feel empowered. I feel
Totally.
I am able. I can
Totally.
that are impossible that I would be thinking an hour prior, just kind of, to the call. So I think that that's what I think is just so incredible, that the value that is in the book of being is
Mm-hmm.
helping us just kind of, to really show up for ourselves in a very positive and uplifting and authentic way. It's not kind of, like, Steve's talk about it, putting just kind of frost on a poop. It's not that. It's just,
I love those things that Steve says. It's
talk,
amazing.
but it's about really sharing, yourself authentically. And I think that that is just, I really honestly, I mean, I have been in all different kind of groups, outside, inside of the Facebook,
Correct.
but I think that this is, I guys, like this year I had a dream to have at least 5 new friends, and not only that, but 5 friends who I can connect, just kind of, on the level of the interest and who I am and what I'm just kind of, up to, my desires, my aspirations, my dreams. And I definitely find more, I quadruple the member of the
Mm.
friends that I just kind of have gotten. And I'm just so grateful for it. And this is one of the things I want to thank, this
Mm.
Facebook
This group.
group, and and Eric, who just kind of, who is leading the group, that he actually started something like that, that is just so beautiful. So that's all I have to say, guys. I have to leave now, but I love you
Me
both.
too.
And
We love you too.
we are going to do another different Facebook Live.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah.
All right, baby girl. I'm so
I
glad you
enjoyed
popped
the
in, my
shot.
love.
Thank you.
Well, we that was a long one. We never decided to be this long, but when Olga showed up, then the conversation
Yeah.
expanded.
It's good
But
seeing you,
all
Olga.
three of us are here to say, do read the book about yourself.
Yeah.
See your growth as we're seeing our growth, our love, our support, our communication with each other. And we all have come here. We've all been alone, no matter how rich, famous one is.
Time we're
At
there.
the depth of our heart, we're alone. And when we come to this group, we learn how to not be alone, how to be loving first to ourselves, then to each other, and then to the world around us. Blessings to you. Thank you. Thank you.
all. Thank you.
Mwah. Olga, I love you. I love you.
I love you,
And
baby.
have a good night, everybody.
Good
Bye.
night.
Bye,
Bye-bye.
bye, darling. Bye.